The Grind Mentality, How to Stay Motivated Even When Life Gets Hard, presented by Boundless Books Audio. Introduction. Welcome to Boundless Books Audio, your go-to source for powerful audiobooks that fuel your mind and elevate your life. If you're here, you're someone who refuses to give up, no matter how tough things get. In this audiobook, we'll dive deep into the grind mentality, what it means, how to cultivate it, and how to keep pushing forward when life tries to knock you down. Stay locked in, because this could be the mindset shift that changes everything for you. Chapter 1. What is the grind mentality? The grind mentality is a way of life, an unshakable commitment to pushing forward no matter what obstacles stand in your way. It's about waking up every single day with a fire inside you, knowing that success is not given, but earned through relentless effort, discipline, and sacrifice. This mentality is not for the weak-hearted, it's for those who refuse to settle, who understand that the road to greatness is paved with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But rather than being discouraged by these difficulties, those with a grind mentality see them as fuel, proof that they are on the right path. They do not wait for motivation to strike, they act regardless of how they feel. Because at the core of this mindset is one simple truth: consistency beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. To truly embody the grind mentality, you must shift your mindset from instant gratification to long-term success. Most people want success, but they are unwilling to endure the struggle that comes with it. They want the rewards but not the grind. However, those who truly succeed understand that every moment spent hustling, learning, and growing adds up. They know that the late nights, early mornings, and endless hours of dedication will eventually pay off. The grind mentality means showing up, even when no one is watching, even when progress feels slow, and even when failure seems inevitable. Because in reality, failure is just a stepping stone, it is not the end, but a lesson that brings you closer to your goal. A major part of the grind mentality is developing resilience. Life will test you. It will throw obstacles your way that make you question everything. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is the ability to keep going when things get tough. Successful people do not let hardships define them, they use them as fuel to push harder. They understand that setbacks are temporary, but quitting is permanent. The grind mentality is about making a promise to yourself that no matter what happens, you will never stop striving for what you want. This mentality also requires extreme self-discipline. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes. If you rely solely on motivation, you will struggle to maintain progress. Discipline, on the other hand, is the real secret to success. It's waking up at 5 a.m. to work on your goals while everyone else is sleeping. It's saying no to distractions, eliminating excuses, and choosing growth over comfort. Those with a grind mentality don't wait for the perfect conditions, they create them. They don't wish for success, they work for it. If you want to develop a grind mentality, you have to be willing to outwork, outlast, and outperform the competition. It's about embracing the struggle, thriving in discomfort, and believing that every ounce of effort you put in today will lead to the success you desire tomorrow. The grind mentality is not a phase, it's a lifelong commitment to excellence. Are you ready? Because the grind doesn't stop. Chapter 2. Why motivation fades and how to keep going. Motivation is like a spark, it ignites passion, fuels ambition, and gets you moving. But like any flame, it doesn't burn forever. One moment, you're fired up, ready to take on the world, and the next, you feel stuck, uninspired, and struggling to take another step. This is the cycle most people fall into: bursts of motivation followed by long periods of stagnation. But why does motivation fade? And more importantly, how do you keep going even when you don't feel like it? The key lies in understanding that motivation is unreliable. It is an emotion, and like all emotions, it fluctuates. You can't depend on it to carry you through long-term goals. That's where discipline, systems, and a clear vision come in. The first reason motivation fades is that people expect to always feel excited about their goals. But excitement is temporary. A new project, a fitness journey, or a financial goal may feel thrilling at first, but that initial rush always fades. When the excitement is gone, all that's left is the real work, the repetitive, unglamorous, and sometimes frustrating effort required to achieve real success. This is where most people quit. They mistake the loss of excitement for a sign that they're not on the right path, when in reality, it's just a natural part of the process. The truth is, motivation doesn't just disappear, it is replaced by resistance. Resistance takes the form of procrastination, self-doubt, fear, or distractions. To overcome this, you need a system. Instead of relying on motivation, build habits that keep you moving forward. Discipline is stronger than motivation because it doesn't depend on how you feel. A disciplined person wakes up and works on their goals whether they feel like it or not. The secret is to remove the decision-making process. When something is a habit, you don't have to convince yourself to do it, it just happens. For example, if you commit to writing 500 words every morning, going to the gym at a set time, or setting aside an hour daily to work on your business, it becomes automatic. Over time, discipline turns into consistency, and consistency leads to results. Another reason motivation fades is because people focus too much on the big picture. Goals like lose 50 pounds, make $1 million, or become successful can feel overwhelming. The brain struggles to stay motivated when the finish line seems too far away. The solution is to break goals into smaller, achievable steps. Instead of focusing on the end result, concentrate on winning the day. A small, daily win, like eating one healthy meal, making one important phone call, or saving a small amount of money, builds momentum. Success is a series of small actions repeated over time, not one giant leap. Lastly, always remind yourself why you started. When motivation fades, go back to your purpose. Why did you set this goal? What will your life look like if you keep going? What will it look like if you quit? Emotionally connecting to your why can reignite the fire when it starts to dim. Motivation fades, but commitment lasts. If you train yourself to keep going despite how you feel, success will become inevitable. Chapter 3, Building Discipline. The true key to success. Success isn't built on motivation, it's built on discipline. Motivation is unreliable, it comes and goes like the wind. One day, you feel unstoppable, ready to take on any challenge. The next day, you struggle to get out of bed. This is where most people fail. They wait for. The biggest mistake people make is relying on motivation instead of discipline. Motivation feels good, but it's temporary. It's easy to start a new fitness plan or business when you're excited, but what happens when that excitement wears off? That's when most people quit. Discipline is what keeps you going long after the excitement is gone. The key is to create systems that make discipline easier. For example, if your goal is to eat healthier, don't rely on willpower, remove junk food from your home and prepare healthy meals in advance. If your goal is to read more, set a specific time each day to read, and place your book where you'll see it. By reducing friction, you make discipline a natural part of your life. Finally, discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you push through resistance and take action, you reinforce the habit of discipline. Small wins add up. Success isn't about giant leaps, it's about showing up every day, doing the work, and staying committed even when it's hard. If you master discipline, you master success. Chapter 4, The Power of a Strong Why. In the pursuit of success, motivation comes and goes, discipline can be cultivated, and habits can be built, but the one thing that keeps you going when everything else fails is your why. Your why is the deep, emotional reason behind your goals. It is the fuel that keeps you moving forward when obstacles arise. When progress is slow, and when quitting seems like the easier option. A weak why leads to inconsistency, procrastination, and eventual failure. A strong why makes you unstoppable. It transforms your journey from something you should do into something you must do. Without a powerful reason to keep pushing forward, even the best plans fall apart. Think about the people who achieve extraordinary success, the entrepreneurs who build empires, the athletes who break records, the artists who create masterpieces. What separates them from those who give up? It's not just talent or intelligence, it's an unshakable why. They have a reason so strong that failure is simply not an option. For some, their why is their family. They want to provide a better life for their children. For others, it's proving to themselves that they are capable of greatness. Some are driven by a mission to change the world. The common thread is that their why is deeply personal, emotionally compelling, and strong enough to endure hardships. Most people set goals based on surface-level desires. They say they want to be rich, successful, fit, or happy. But when challenges arise, their motivation crumbles because their why isn't strong enough. They haven't dug deep enough to uncover the real reason behind their ambitions. If you say you want to be wealthy, ask yourself why. Is it because you want freedom? Security? To take care of your family? To prove something to yourself? If you want to get in shape, what is the deeper reason? Is it confidence? Longevity? The ability to set an example for your kids? When your why is strong enough, no excuse is bigger than your desire to succeed. A strong why gives you resilience. It helps you push through setbacks because your mission is bigger than the obstacles in your way. Imagine two people running a marathon. One is doing it just to challenge themselves, while the other is running in honor of a loved one who passed away. Who do you think is more likely to keep going when exhaustion kicks in? The person with the deeper reason. Your why is the anchor that keeps you grounded when life tries to pull you off course. To strengthen your why, visualize your future. Imagine the version of yourself who has already achieved your goal. How do you feel? How has your life changed? Now, picture the opposite. What happens if you give up? What kind of life will you be living in 5 or 10 years if you don't take action now? The pain of staying the same must become greater than the discomfort of pushing forward. A strong why turns dreams into commitments. When you find yours, nothing can stop you. Chapter 5, Overcoming Fear and Self-Doubt. Fear and self-doubt are the silent killers of success. They creep into your mind, whispering reasons why you're not good enough, why you're bound to fail, why you should just give up before you even start. The truth is, every successful person you admire has battled these same voices. The difference is that they pushed forward despite them. The key to overcoming fear and self-doubt is not waiting for them to disappear, but learning to act even when they're present. Fear is a natural response to the unknown, but it's often exaggerated. Your mind magnifies worst-case scenarios, making challenges seem bigger than they really are. The reality? Most of what you fear will never actually happen. And if it does, it's rarely as bad as you imagine. Self-doubt works the same way. It makes you believe that you're not smart enough, talented enough, or experienced enough. But consider this: every expert was once a beginner. Every successful entrepreneur, athlete, or artist had moments where they questioned themselves. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is simple: action. They act despite their fears. They take the first step, knowing they will improve along the way. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. The fastest way to silence self-doubt is to prove it wrong through action. One of the best ways to overcome fear and self-doubt is to reframe failure. Many people are so afraid of failing that they never start. But failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every failure teaches you something valuable. Every setback is a lesson. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than the average person has even tried. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. If they had listened to their doubts, they would have never achieved greatness. The lesson? Fail fast, learn quickly, and keep going. Another way to conquer fear and self-doubt is to control your inner dialogue. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, your actions will reflect that belief. But if you shift your mindset and remind yourself that you are capable, resilient, and worthy of success, you will start acting accordingly. Replace negative self-talk with empowering statements. I am learning and improving every day. I can handle any challenge that comes my way. I am capable of achieving great things. Over time, these affirmations rewire your brain, making confidence your default state. Lastly, surround yourself with the right people. Fear and self-doubt thrive in isolation. When you're alone with your thoughts, it's easy to spiral into negativity. But when you surround yourself with supportive, ambitious, and positive people, their confidence rubs off on you. Find mentors, join communities, and seek encouragement from those who believe in you. The truth is, fear and self-doubt never fully go away, but they lose their power when you refuse to let them control you. The more you take action despite them, the stronger and more unstoppable you become. Chapter 6: Mastering the Art of Consistency. Success isn't built in a day, it's built daily. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who fall short isn't talent, luck, or intelligence, it's consistency. Anyone can work hard for a week, stay disciplined for a month, or be motivated for a season. But true success belongs to those who show up, day after day, no matter how they feel. Mastering the art of consistency is what separates the dreamers from the doers. The challenge is that most people approach consistency the wrong way. They rely on motivation, expect instant results, and give up when progress feels slow. But real consistency isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about building habits that make success inevitable, not just possible. The first step in mastering consistency is shifting your mindset. Many people think they need to be motivated every day to stay consistent. That's a mistake. Motivation is unreliable, it comes and goes. Instead of waiting to feel motivated, commit to taking action no matter what. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning excited to do it, but you do it anyway because it's a habit. Success works the same way. When you remove emotions from the equation and make certain actions non-negotiable, consistency becomes second nature. Whether you're pursuing fitness, building a business, or developing a new skill, the key is to make progress automatic. Next, simplify the process. Many people struggle with consistency because they overcomplicate their approach. They create unrealistic routines, set impossible goals, and burn out quickly. The secret is to start small. Instead of committing to an intense 2-hour workout every day, start with 10 minutes. Instead of trying to write a book in a month, commit to writing 200 words a day. Small actions, when done consistently, create massive results over time. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, puts it perfectly: you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. This means that success isn't about setting big goals, it's about creating daily habits that align with those goals. Another important factor in consistency is accountability. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when no one is watching, but when you have someone to answer to, it's harder to quit. Find an accountability partner, join a group, or publicly commit to your goals. Even tracking your progress in a journal or calendar can keep you accountable. Seeing your streak of daily effort builds momentum and makes you less likely to break the chain. Momentum is powerful. The more consistent you are, the easier it becomes to keep going. Finally, expect setbacks but refuse to quit. Many people give up because they miss a day or fall off track. But consistency isn't about never failing, it's about getting back on track quickly. One bad day won't ruin your progress, giving up will. The real secret to mastering consistency is learning to start again, every single time you slip. The winners in life aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who refuse to stop. Chapter 7: The Role of Failure in the Grind. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a necessary part of it. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has encountered failure, sometimes repeatedly. But what separates those who succeed from those who give up is their perspective on failure. Most people fear failure because they see it as a sign that they aren't good enough or that their dreams are unattainable. But the truth is, failure is a teacher. It reveals weaknesses, highlights mistakes, and forces growth. The grind, those long, relentless hours of effort, will test you with failure over and over again. If you let it break you, you will never reach your goals. But if you learn to see failure as feedback, you'll turn every setback into a stepping stone toward success. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to avoid failure at all costs. They hesitate, overthink, or refuse to take risks because they don't want to face the discomfort of failing. But this mindset keeps them stuck. The most successful individuals understand that failure is not something to be avoided, it is something to be embraced. Every failure teaches a lesson. When an entrepreneur launches a business and it fails, they gain knowledge about what doesn't work, making their next attempt stronger. When an athlete loses a game, they learn what skills they need to sharpen. When a person faces rejection, they build resilience. The grind demands that you not only endure failure but use it to your advantage. Another key aspect of failure is that it builds mental toughness. Success is not just about skill, it's about endurance. When you're grinding day in and day out, failure can feel discouraging, but it also conditions you to keep going even when things don't go your way. Most people quit because they expect progress to be smooth and linear. They believe that if they put in the effort, results should follow immediately. But real success is messy. It is filled with wrong turns, unexpected obstacles, and moments of doubt. The people who win are those who refuse to quit, no matter how many times they stumble. Every failure strengthens your ability to handle setbacks in the future. The more you fail, the less fear you have of it, and that fearlessness is what separates the great from the average. Dreams, mocks your ambitions, or fills your mind with doubt. You have a choice: either distance yourself or allow them to poison your mindset. Instead, you must actively seek out people who inspire, challenge, and uplift you. Look for mentors who have already walked the path you want to take. Find friends who celebrate your wins instead of feeling threatened by them. Connect with individuals who push you to be better, not people who make you comfortable staying the same. The right people will remind you of your potential when you forget it yourself. They will hold you accountable, call you out when you make excuses, and encourage you to keep going when you feel like giving up. Surrounding yourself with high achievers creates an environment of growth, where success is the norm, not the exception. Another key to surrounding yourself with the right people is understanding the power of proximity. You become like the people you spend the most time with. If you want to level up, put yourself in environments where excellence is expected. Attend networking events, join masterminds, participate in online communities, or even invest in personal development programs. The internet has made it easier than ever to connect with like-minded individuals. If you don't have successful people around you, seek them out. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch interviews, consume the mindset of those who have already achieved what you want. At the end of the day, your environment either pushes you forward or pulls you back. The people in your circle should be adding value to your life, not draining it. Be ruthless about. Another pillar of mental toughness is learning to reframe pain and discomfort. Most people avoid pain at all costs, but mentally tough individuals see it as part of the growth process. They understand that pain is a signal that they are pushing their limits and stepping into new territory. When faced with adversity, instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What can I learn from this?" Every challenge becomes a lesson, every failure an opportunity to improve. This shift in perspective allows them to handle setbacks without breaking. They know that success is not about avoiding difficulty but about embracing it and coming out stronger. Resilience is also built by developing unshakable self-discipline. Mentally tough people don't rely on motivation, they rely on habits and discipline. They create routines that set them up for success, eliminating distractions and excuses. If they commit to something, they follow through, no matter how they feel. This ability to stay consistent, even in difficult times, is what sets them apart. They understand that showing up every single day, putting in the work, and staying committed is the only way to achieve mastery. Lastly, mental toughness is fueled by an unstoppable mindset. You must believe in yourself even when no one else does. Develop a mindset where quitting is not an option, where failure is just another step toward success. When you decide that nothing will stop you, no setback, failure, or rejection can break you. Strengthen your mind, and everything else will follow. Mental toughness isn't about being fearless, it's about moving forward despite the fear. That is the blueprint for success. Chapter 10, Managing Stress and Avoiding Burnout. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but if left unchecked, it can lead to burnout, an overwhelming state of exhaustion that drains your motivation, productivity, and even your passion for the things you once loved. The modern world glorifies the hustle, pushing people to work harder, longer, and faster. But without proper stress management, this approach leads to burnout, not success. The key to sustained achievement isn't working endlessly, it's learning how to manage stress effectively while maintaining balance. Burnout doesn't happen overnight, it builds up over time, silently wearing you down. It starts with constant fatigue, loss of motivation, and difficulty concentrating. Then, it turns into frustration, cynicism, and even physical health problems. The worst part? Most people ignore the warning signs, thinking they just need to push through. But the truth is, ignoring stress only makes things worse. To manage stress and prevent burnout, you must first recognize when it's happening. Stress manifests in different ways: mental exhaustion, irritability, sleep disturbances, or even physical symptoms like headaches and muscle tension. The sooner you acknowledge these signs, the sooner you can take action. One of the best ways to combat stress is by prioritizing recovery as much as you prioritize work. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. High performers understand that true productivity isn't about working 24/7, it's about managing energy efficiently. That means setting boundaries, taking breaks, and allowing your mind and body to recharge. Implementing the 80-20 rule can help. Focus on the 20% of activities that produce 80% of your results, and eliminate unnecessary tasks that add stress without meaningful progress. Another critical step in managing stress is mastering the art of saying no. Many people overcommit, taking on too many responsibilities in an effort to please others or chase every opportunity. But spreading yourself too thin only leads to exhaustion. Learning to say no isn't about rejecting responsibility, it's about protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Set clear boundaries with your time and energy. If something doesn't align with your priorities, decline it without guilt. Remember, every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something that truly matters. Physical and mental self-care also play a crucial role in preventing burnout. Exercise, healthy eating, and quality sleep are not optional, they are essential tools for managing stress. Moving your body reduces cortisol levels, boosts endorphins, and clears your mind. Proper nutrition fuels your body, keeping you mentally sharp and physically strong. And sleep? It's the foundation of everything. Lack of rest leads to irritability, poor decision-making, and decreased productivity. No amount of caffeine can replace the power of a well-rested mind. Lastly, shift your mindset around stress. Instead of seeing it as a roadblock, view it as a signal, a reminder that you need to pause, adjust, and take care of yourself. Successful people don't avoid stress, they learn to manage it effectively. The goal isn't to eliminate stress completely, that's impossible. The goal is to develop resilience so that stress doesn't control your life. Take care of yourself, and success will follow. Chapter 11, The Power of Small Wins. Success is not built on massive, life-changing events but on small, consistent victories. Too often, people believe that achievement requires giant leaps, overnight success, big breakthroughs, or extraordinary talent. But in reality, the most successful people in the world understand the power of small wins. These tiny victories, repeated daily, create momentum. build confidence, and compound into significant results over time. Whether you want to improve your health, build wealth, or master a skill, focusing on small, achievable steps will take you further than relying on bursts of motivation or waiting for the perfect moment. One of the reasons small wins are so powerful is that they create a sense of progress. The human brain thrives on progress. It releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, every time you achieve something, no matter how small. This is why checking items off a to-do list feels satisfying. Each small win reinforces the belief that you are moving forward, making it easier to stay committed to your goals. Imagine trying to lose weight. If you only focus on the big goal, let's say losing 50 pounds, you may feel discouraged because progress seems slow. But if you shift your focus to small wins, drinking more water, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or preparing a healthy meal, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment every day. Over time, these small actions add up to real, lasting results. Small wins also create a success mindset. Many people quit on their goals because they set unrealistic expectations and become overwhelmed. They want instant results, and when they don't see dramatic progress, they lose motivation. But when you celebrate small wins, you train yourself to value progress over perfection. You start to recognize that improvement is a process, not a single event. This mindset shift makes it easier to stay consistent because you are no longer waiting for a massive breakthrough, you're appreciating every step of the journey. The truth is, big achievements are just the result of small, disciplined actions repeated consistently. Another reason small wins matter is that they build confidence. Confidence is not something you are born with, it is something you develop through experience. Every time you achieve a small goal, you prove to yourself that you are capable. This creates a positive feedback loop. Success breeds more success. For example, if you set a goal to wake up 30 minutes earlier each day and succeed, you start believing in your ability to develop discipline. That belief then translates into other areas of your life, making it easier to take on bigger challenges. The most important thing about small wins is that they keep you moving. In life, stagnation is the real enemy, not failure. When you focus on progress, no matter how small, you ensure that you are always advancing. Instead of waiting for the perfect time to start, take a small step today. It might not seem significant at the moment, but over time, those small steps will lead to massive success. Success is not one big moment, it's the result of thousands of small victories. Chapter 12, Developing a Winner's Routine. Success is not achieved by chance, it is a product of daily habits, focused actions, and consistent effort. Developing a winner's routine is one of the most powerful ways to ensure you stay on the path to greatness. A winner's routine isn't about doing everything perfectly or sticking to a rigid schedule, rather, it's about designing a framework that aligns with your goals, supports your mental and physical well-being, and keeps you moving forward, even on the toughest days. The beauty of a routine lies in its ability to automate success. By following a set of intentional actions each day, you create a foundation of consistency that allows you to make progress without relying on fluctuating motivation. The first step in developing a winner's routine is to set clear priorities. Winners understand that time is their most valuable resource, and they guard it fiercely. You can't afford to waste time on distractions or unimportant tasks. Instead, focus on what truly matters. This means identifying your highest priorities and ensuring that they are given the attention they deserve each day. Whether it's working on a personal project, exercising, or investing time in your relationships, make sure that your routine reflects your values and your aspirations. By consciously allocating time to your most important activities, you can be confident that you're always moving closer to your long-term goals. A key component of any winner's routine is a strong morning ritual. The way you start your day has a profound impact on how the rest of it unfolds. Winners recognize the power of a morning routine that sets a positive tone and primes their mind and body for success. This might include activities such as meditation, journaling, exercise, reading, or goal setting. These early hours offer a precious opportunity to ground yourself, clear your mind, and prepare for the challenges ahead. It's not about filling your morning with endless tasks, it's about creating intentional moments that elevate your mindset and energy. When you begin the day with purpose, you set the stage for greater focus and productivity. Equally important is consistency. Developing a routine isn't about doing something once in a while, it's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Winners understand that consistency is the true secret to success. Whether it's working towards a financial goal, perfecting a skill, or maintaining your health, your ability to stick to your routine, day after day, is what will eventually lead to breakthroughs. A small, positive habit repeated consistently becomes a powerful force over time. Just like the compound effect of saving money or exercising regularly, the effects of consistency compound and lead to greater results in the long run. Another essential part of a winner's routine is self-care. Winners understand that success isn't just about hard work, it's about maintaining a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Prioritizing sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly are all vital elements that support both mental and physical performance. Without proper self-care, even the best routines can falter. Taking care of yourself ensures that you have the energy, focus, and resilience to keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles arise. Finally, always review and adapt your routine. As your goals evolve and your circumstances change, so too should your routine. Winners are adaptable and open to refinement. They don't stick to a routine just for the sake of it, they constantly assess their progress and tweak their routine to optimize it for continued growth. A winner's routine is not a rigid set of rules, it's a dynamic system designed to evolve with you. Chapter 13, Staying Focused in a Distracted World. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. The constant buzz of notifications, the pull of social media, and the temptation to check our phones every few minutes have created a culture where focus is an increasingly rare commodity. The digital age has brought unprecedented access to information, but with it comes an overwhelming flood of financial goal, perfecting a skill, or maintaining your health. Your ability to stick to your routine, day after day, is what will eventually lead to breakthroughs. A small, positive habit repeated consistently becomes a powerful force over time. Just like the compound effect of saving money or exercising regularly, the effects of consistency compound and lead to greater results in the long run. Another essential part of a winner's routine is self-care. Winners understand that success isn't just about hard work, it's about maintaining a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Prioritizing sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly are all vital elements that support both mental and physical performance. Without proper self-care, even the best routines can falter. Taking care of yourself ensures that you have the energy, focus, and resilience to keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles arise. Finally, always review and adapt your routine. As your goals evolve and your circumstances change, so too should your routine. Winners are adaptable and open to refinement. They don't stick to a routine just for the sake of it, they constantly assess their progress and tweak their routine to optimize it for continued growth. A winner's routine is not a rigid set of rules, it's a dynamic system designed to evolve with you. Chapter 13, Staying Focused in a Distracted World. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. The constant buzz of notifications, the pull of social media, and the temptation to check our phones every few minutes have created a culture where focus is an increasingly rare commodity. The digital age has brought unprecedented access to information, but with it comes an overwhelming flood of distractions that scatter our attention and fragment our mental energy. So, how do we stay focused in a world designed to keep us unfocused? The key is intentionality. Staying focused doesn't happen by accident, it requires a deliberate, consistent effort to guard your attention and protect your mind from the constant noise. One of the first steps is to recognize that distraction is not just an external problem, it's an internal one. It's easy to blame the phone, the internet, or other people for taking us away from our tasks, but the real issue lies in our inability to control our impulses. We are wired for instant gratification. Scrolling through social media or watching videos triggers a dopamine release. creating a temporary high that pulls us away from more important, but less immediately rewarding, tasks. This is where self-discipline comes in. To stay focused, you need to train your brain to resist the pull of distractions. Start by setting clear boundaries around your time. This could mean putting your phone on silent or in another room while working, turning off non-essential notifications, or using apps that block distracting websites. By removing external triggers, you give yourself the opportunity to reclaim your attention. But eliminating distractions is only part of the equation. You also need to cultivate deep focus. This is where the concept of deep work comes in, the ability to concentrate without interruption on cognitively demanding tasks. Deep work requires setting aside uninterrupted blocks of time to focus on important, high-value activities. It's about dedicating yourself fully to one task at a time, without multitasking. Multitasking may feel productive, but it's actually a productivity killer, as it fractures your focus and decreases the quality of your work. Another powerful technique for staying focused is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, without letting your mind wander. When you feel the urge to check your phone or get distracted by an unrelated thought, gently guide your attention back to the task at hand. The more you practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to refocus your mind and stay in the zone. Additionally, taking regular breaks is crucial for maintaining focus. The Pomodoro technique, for example, encourages working in intervals, typically 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break. This method prevents burnout, keeps your energy levels high, and allows your brain to recharge. Finally, remember that focus is a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Staying focused in a distracted world isn't about eliminating every single distraction, it's about developing the ability to control where your attention goes. By creating intentional habits, eliminating unnecessary distractions, and committing to deep work, you can reclaim your focus and achieve remarkable results, no matter how noisy the world around you becomes. Chapter 14, Pushing Through When No One Believes in You. There's nothing more isolating than pursuing a dream when no one else seems to believe in it, not your friends, not your family, and certainly not the people around you. At times, the weight of skepticism, doubt, and criticism can feel like an overwhelming force pushing against you, making every step forward seem harder. But it's during these moments, when no one believes in you, that your true character and resilience are forged. The road to success is often a solitary one, and the reality is that most people won't understand your vision until it's realized. They won't see the potential you see, and they might even try to discourage you because they are operating from their own fears and limitations. Yet, if you listen to their doubts, if you let their disbelief control your actions, you'll never break free from mediocrity. Pushing through when no one believes in you requires an unwavering belief in yourself and your mission. It's about cultivating inner strength, learning to trust your instincts, and understanding that other people's doubts are not a reflection of your abilities but a projection of their own insecurities. When you stand alone in your pursuit, you must be prepared to fight harder, dig deeper, and work relentlessly. The truth is, there will always be people who doubt your potential, criticize your choices, or question your ambition. And yet, history is full of examples of people who overcame incredible odds and achieved greatness despite having no one in their corner. These individuals didn't stop because of criticism, they thrived on it. They used the lack of support as fuel to prove everyone wrong. The most powerful weapon you have in these moments is perseverance. It's the ability to continue moving forward even when you can't see the results right away, even when everyone else is telling you to quit. Every successful person has faced opposition, whether it was lack of belief from others, limited resources, or overwhelming challenges. What set them apart wasn't their talent or luck, it was their refusal to quit. They understood that setbacks are not failures but opportunities to learn and grow. One of the key strategies for pushing through this isolation is to create a strong sense of purpose. When no one else believes in you, reconnect with your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What drives you to keep going despite the odds? Your purpose will be your anchor when everything else feels uncertain. In the moments when doubt creeps in, remind yourself of your vision. Focus on the impact you will make, not just for yourself, but for others who might one day be inspired by your perseverance. Lastly, remember that belief in yourself is the foundation of success. No one else needs to believe in you if you have the courage to keep going despite their doubt. The world doesn't need your family's approval or your friends' validation for you to reach your full potential. If you can learn to trust yourself, if you can keep putting in the work day after day, eventually your results will speak louder than anyone's skepticism ever could. You'll prove to the world, and to yourself, that no one's disbelief can stop someone who is committed to their vision. Chapter 15: How to Reinvent Yourself After Setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable. No matter how successful you are, life will throw challenges your way, often when you least expect it. Whether it's a failed business, a personal loss, or simply a setback in your goals, how you respond to these moments will define your path forward. Reinventing yourself after setbacks isn't just about bouncing back, it's about evolving into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The first step in this reinvention process is to acknowledge the setback, not as a failure, but as a stepping stone for growth. Often, we're tempted to deny the disappointment or push it away, but true transformation begins when we accept what's happened and see it for what it truly is, a moment that holds the lessons necessary for our next big leap. Once you accept the setback, it's time to shift your perspective. Rather than focusing on what went wrong, start focusing on what you can control and learn from it. This change in mindset is crucial. A person who only sees failure will always stay stuck in it, but someone who focuses on lessons and solutions will continue to move forward with greater wisdom. Reflect on what you've learned. Did you make a mistake? Was it an external circumstance? Or were you simply not prepared enough? This self-reflection will give you clarity on where you went wrong and how to avoid it next time. It also teaches you how to better prepare for future challenges. The second part of reinvention is giving yourself permission to grow. After a setback, many people feel as though they are damaged goods or too broken to recover. But the truth is, everyone goes through hardships, and these experiences often make us who we are meant to become. Embrace the discomfort, because it's in those moments of vulnerability that you truly grow. Reconnect with your passions, your purpose, and your reasons for pursuing your dreams in the first place. Take small steps toward redefining your goals and ambitions. The journey of reinvention doesn't require huge leaps, it's the small, consistent actions that eventually lead to transformation. Another powerful way to reinvent yourself after setbacks is to surround yourself with supportive people. Find mentors, friends, or a community who believe in you and your potential. Their encouragement will help you regain the confidence you need to move forward. At the same time, be cautious about negative influences. People who don't understand your vision or who are quick to point out your failures can further hinder your progress. Choose your circle wisely, and allow others to help you refocus on what's possible. When you make the grind a lifelong commitment, you'll notice that your mindset begins to shift. You'll stop focusing on the obstacles in front of you and start seeing the opportunities. You'll learn to appreciate the process, the ups, the downs, the struggles, and the breakthroughs. With each challenge you face, you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Success doesn't feel like a distant dream, it feels like an inevitable outcome, because you're constantly taking steps toward it, no matter how small. The grind is not just about achieving financial wealth or professional success, it's about personal growth. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, developing a work ethic that stands the test of time, and creating habits that propel you forward. As you continue grinding, you'll learn the importance of self-care, of taking time to recharge so that you can keep pushing forward with renewed energy. You'll understand the value of patience, and how true success is often built in moments of quiet persistence rather than loud victories. In the end, the grind isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you're willing to commit to it for the long haul, you'll discover that success becomes inevitable. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. So, embrace the grind as a lifelong journey. Make it a part of who you are. And remember, the key to success isn't about working hard for a little while. It's about working hard for as long as it takes. That is the essence of the never-ending grind. Final words: keep grinding. Success isn't for the weak. It's for those who are willing to push through the pain, the failures, and the doubts. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. Now, it's time to take action. Keep grinding, and success will follow. Thanks for listening to Boundless Books Audio, where knowledge fuels transformation. If you found this audiobook valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that helps you unlock your potential.